So my wife told me the other day that I've got a really sexy knob. She had seen it and said, you know, it's shaped like an elevator button, but that thing is really sexy. And it's pretty useful. Let me show you. Right here is the sexy knob. Now I have it installed in my Model Y, but I haven't hooked it up yet. This is the packaging it comes with it, and I've been working with them before, and I have their sexy buttons. That's what these buttons are. To open up the glove box, put it in autopilot, change the station, and actually precondition the battery. I have one back there. But now, with this little device plugged in right over here, it connects with this, an app on your phone, and you can program a lot of cool stuff right in the center console. Super easy to use while you're driving. You just change the screen, and you know, let's go in demo mode. So you can change the screen and push these buttons. Super awesome. Change the wiper settings right from the fly. You don't have to mess with anything on the menu system up front here. So in this video, I'm going to finish installing that. I'm going to show you how to install it here. And the cool thing is this can piggyback off of the sexy buttons. If you already have the sexy buttons version 2 or version 1, this can piggyback off of those OBD2 ports, and you can use this. Or if you just want to use this instead of the buttons, plug in the controller and you're ready to go. It's super easy. Update your app and you can program your buttons. And your friends can tell you have a sexy elevator button. So I've got the car in the garage plugged up because it's almost the eclipse time and the world's going to end apparently. So I've got this charging a little bit so I can have some juice before the world ends. Well, actually, it didn't end if you saw this video, so nothing happened. Let's plug this in, update the app, connect it to my phone, and let's get going. All right, so right behind here, I've taken this panel off and exposed a bunch of wires here. Actually, I didn't expose the wires, I just pulled this back. So this right here is the sexy buttons commander for V2 for the other one, for the buttons. And it looks like it's the same thing, but for some reason it can't hook up to both. Well, in mine anyway, it can't hook up to the buttons and the controller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to piggyback off of these, which I already have a few connected. And they come with the wiring for the newer cars and the older cars. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'll find where I have these hooked up and just piggyback off of them. So this is a different device. I have the sexy buttons here, and we're just going to jump off of this. So you can have multiple jumps. I'm going to disconnect. Connect this one. Connect this one back to this one. And then we're going to take this one and just connect. So we're adding multiple jumps to the different jumps, and they have great directions themselves on their website. And then all you have to do is just plug this in. It's super easy to install. The hardest part really is finding a space for all these wires. There's actually a lot of space down below, but you don't want anything rattling around. So you want to tie things up a little bit, maybe use some zip ties. And even if you have a third party, I have this device too, that's hooked up with all these. They're all just kind of intertwined together. And it's fine. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change the parameters. It's not going to affect anything in any negative way. So I'm going to tidy all this stuff up, put everything back together, and then show you my sexy knob up there. The point is you can install this pretty much anywhere. If I had a P.O. box at the post office, I can do this in the parking lot and test it out while I'm driving home. You can install this pretty much anywhere. But since we got to stay away from all the radiation coming down from the solar eclipse, let's do it in the garage. So the first thing you want to do is go to the app, and then if you have multiple cars, you make sure you're in the right car. You go to the knob, and then you can set everything up, the different settings here, as far as how you want, where you want the buttons, and you can change those on the fly. And you can have different pages, up to 3. Make sure you hit this button up here and check for any firmware update. I just updated mine the other day, so it's not going to have any updates for me, but you want to make sure you have the update. And here is the sexy knob. Let me show you, let me zoom in for you here. And you're probably asking, what can I do with this? What is the whole purpose of this? Well, right here, you see that this is a screen. This is a display. And then you have 2 seats. You have the climate control, and you have Looks like heated steering wheel here. Well, those 4 sides are these buttons here. There's 4 buttons, but the cool thing is if you push down on it, that's also a button as well. If you turn, you can go to a whole nother screen where you can have regen. You can set these up all individually like you see in the app there. So say you want to open the glove box up, you can just turn it right over to here, push the button twice, and it opens up the glove box. Say you want to fold the mirrors in. So this is you don't want to push here, but you want to push the mirrors. So they were unfolded, now they're folding. You can probably hear that. If you go back, you can play the music, you can change the gear selector, you can change wipers here. Let's go to the wipers, and I can go to auto if I want to, or actually I was in auto. I can change them right here. I don't have to go up to the screen and do anything. This is kind of nice. I leave them on auto, but it doesn't rain here much, so it's not a big deal for me. And it makes me want to hit the button, but you can program these. You get muscle memory to just click the button here, and then you can change the fan speed. Well, it's actually off right now because the video, it would make too much noise. If you wanted to, you can have one screen that is all 4 seats, so the rear seats can be here too. You can have it set up as, say, a driving mode, so this is your gear selector. If you push down on it, you can actually change gears, and it's not going to let you do it right now. A gear selector here, but you have to have your foot on the brake to do that. Actually, let's try that. Okay, I got my foot on the brake. Oh, I'm charging. I can't do that. We'll do that later. It's all going to be programmable on the app, whether you have an iPhone or an Android phone. It's all programmable, so you don't have to have these buttons everywhere. You can have them all individually here. So this does vibrate, so it lets you know that when you're moving to different positions here. But you can actually spin this the whole time. You can it just spins and spins and spins, and you can change the color of the light as well. So this is a really cool addition to the Sexy family. The Sexy button, Sexy knob. This company is a really cool company. I've been working with them for a long time, and it saves your information. So what I use these for the most, this autopilot button, is how I turn autopilot on when I'm driving. Instead of double tapping or single tapping on this, I have the car set up to, this button will put it automatically into autopilot. And I have the car set up where I have to push, when I would have to push this down twice instead of single pull. That way when I'm changing lanes, with their constant autopilot feature, I change lanes as soon as it goes in and the smart turn signal turns off, and because I'm in the lane, after 3 seconds it goes back into autopilot. It just automatically does that, and I think that's amazing. I think that's super cool, and that's one of the useful things I use this for. Of course, the glove box is really cool, and changing the songs. I forgot this one here. This is a little horn button. It actually just beeps, short little beeps, which doesn't affect your dash cam, so it doesn't save any data or anything on there, or the footage. Sometimes you don't want that, but you just want to say, hey buddy, get your butt moving, the light's green, get off your phone, and that's what this button does. So there's a lot of cool things you could do with this. There's a link down below to check this company out. Check out what they can do, what they can offer with these products, whether you like the Sexy buttons or the Sexy knob. It's really up to you what you like, or a combination of both. I do like both of them, and I'm going to be driving around with this for quite a while and seeing what the cool benefits of this are. And already I see huge benefits. But as always, stay awesome, stay positive, stay sexy, and I'll see you on the next one. I don't think Karen's going to like that sexy knob joke. That's all right. She'll get over it. She doesn't watch these videos.